Faceless fitness channels are quietly dominating YouTube right now. Take Yellow Dude, for example, with over 1.2 million subscribers and 50 million views, and more than $200,000 in ad revenue, all from simple animated lessons on calisthenics. Or Captain Workout, who's pulled in 270,000 subscribers with just 8 long-form videos. Now, fitness content isn't new, we've seen it for years. But what sets these channels apart isn't just the workouts, it's the presentation, their clean animation style, tight editing, and the way they package everything together with titles and thumbnails that demand a click. In this video, I'm going step by step to break down exactly how you can build a channel like this. From writing your scripts, creating your animated character, and designing those scroll-stopping visuals to crafting titles, thumbnails, and editing for maximum retention. And here's the best part, we'll be using free AI tools to handle most of the heavy lifting. So if you're passionate about fitness and ready to stand out with a faceless brand, let's dive in. I'm not here to tell you to draw these images by hand and waste hours of your time. Instead, I figured there must be a way to make these with AI, right? First, click a link in the description to get a step-by-step document. There you will find all the resources for this video. Open it and download all the files. You will have a text file and 3 types of prompts: a title prompt, an image prompt, and script prompt. The text file will guide ChatGPT to generate script and title like we want. Next, let's create titles. Open ChatGPT, upload your text file along with the title prompt, then paste the prompt, which includes instructions with 4 proven title frameworks. First, result plus time. Second, stop and start. Third, challenge. Lastly, myth and truth. Then hit generate. You'll first see a list of titles and subtitles. Always go with the subtitles. Pick any topic that interests you and generate more ideas around it. You'll then get a list of trending titles. Choose the one that feels most intriguing. Next, for the script, paste the main prompt. Before hitting generate, scroll down to the example input section and enter your selected title along with your thumbnail idea. Finally, hit generate and you'll get a perfect, ready-to-use script with all the essential elements: a strong hook, built-in curiosity, and a clear call to action. There are many AI tools that can generate images, but my favorite is Google Whisk. Go to the website and click Launch Whisk, then select Enter Tool. This will teleport you into image generation mode. Don't adjust any other settings. Simply set the aspect ratio to 16:9 and make sure Nano Banana is turned on. Enable it if it's off. Next, paste the prompt we created earlier to build your channel's character. For example, Yellow Dude uses a yellow character, but I chose a green one to stand out in this niche. Now hit generate. Whisk will create 2 images, and once they're ready, you'll see the results on your screen. Take a look, they're clean, detailed, and visually consistent. Choose the best base image to move forward with. Now it's time to create scenes using that base character. Select the image and type your desired scenes one by one, according to your script. For example, the person is doing pull-ups. Here are some examples I generated. Notice the different poses and angles, all matching the same character design perfectly. If an image doesn't look right, simply regenerate it until you get a better version. Once all your images are ready, we'll move on to turning them into animations. To turn your images into videos, we'll use a free AI tool called Grok. Head over to the Grok AI website, sign in with your Google account, and you'll automatically receive some free credits. Once you're in, go to the Imagine section to start creating. Click on the File button and upload your first image for animation. Next, paste your basic movement prompt to guide the motion. Don't worry if the first result isn't perfect. Sometimes the animation might look stiff or a bit dull. If that happens, simply regenerate it until you get a smoother, more dynamic result. Before we move on to animations, let's first create our thumbnail. You can use any tool you prefer, but I'll be using Canva. Go to the Canva website, click the create icon, and type YouTube thumbnail. Select it, and you'll be taken to your workspace. Now, choose an image that best represents your script. Remove its background and position it neatly within the frame. Next, search for an arrow under Elements and drag it onto your thumbnail for emphasis. Then, add your text. Write something that fits your video's message. For example, "Train like a soldier" works perfectly for my video. Finally, change the font to Enter for a clean, bold look. I've also made a few example thumbnails to give you an idea of how to design for different scenarios. There are plenty of tools for creating AI voices, but most of them sound robotic or unnatural. One tool that truly stands out is 11 Labs. Go to their website and click on the Voices tab. You'll see a library of pre-made voices you can use right away. However, since many creators use the same ones, it's hard to make your channel sound unique. That's why we'll create our own custom voice. Click the Create a Voice button, and from the options, options, select Voice Design. Now, describe the kind of voice you want, for example, a young American male or an older British narrator. Experiment a little to find the tone that fits your style best. Once you've found the perfect match, name it and save it. Then head over to text-to-speech, select your newly created voice, and paste your script into the text box. Tweak the settings until the tone feels natural. I usually leave most of them at their default values. They work well out of the box. When you're satisfied with how it sounds, download your voiceover and you're ready to move on to the next step. Head over to Premiere Pro, download and install it if you haven't already, then create a new project. Import all your clips and your voiceover. Choose a warm background color, like orange or yellow, to match the overall theme. Next, drag your voiceover onto the timeline. You'll notice some pauses. These make the narration sound unnatural. Use the razor tool to cut around those sections, delete the empty space, and close the gap by dragging the clips together. Now, import all your images and video files and arrange them in sync with the voiceover. At this point, you've got your basic video structure done. But to really bring it to life, let's add animations, just like the Yellow Dude videos. They often use a riser effect, which you can create by adjusting the opacity and position of your images over time. That's how you make each image appear smoothly and dynamically, right on cue. Now, I'll speed this up, add the rest of the images, animate them, and here we go. Finally, add a few sound effects to make the whole video feel more alive and engaging. Have you heard of Cocomelon? It's every kid's favorite, pulling in billions of views every month with colorful animations and songs. That brings in around $8 million a month just from ad revenue alone. This channel wasn't created by some giant company. It started with regular people just like you and me. Today, Cocomelon is backed by Disney with tons of investors and runs as a multi-million-dollar YouTube automation empire. And they're not the only ones winning. Right now, hundreds of small channels are blowing up using the same exact strategy, and they're making thousands of dollars every single month. In this video, I'll show you how to create the exact same kind of content using free AI tools step by step in under 5 minutes, even if you have zero creativity and zero editing skills. Start by clicking the link in the description to access the step-by-step document. Inside, you'll find everything you need for this tutorial, including a text file and 2 types of AI prompts, one for images and one for lyrics. The text file is designed to guide ChatGPT to generate the perfect lyrics in the exact style we want. Now, let's create the lyrics. First, open ChatGPT and upload your text file. Then paste in your lyrics prompt, the one that includes all the instructions and settings for the Cocomelon song style. Hit generate and ChatGPT will produce beautifully written lyrics, complete with cues for where the music should begin and end. If you're not satisfied with the result, simply regenerate until you find a version that feels just right. Next, it's time to turn those lyrics into a song. Go to Suno AI and sign up using your Google account. You'll receive free credits to start with. Click create and you'll be taken to the workspace. Paste your lyrics into the lyrics box, then click generate. Once your songs are ready, listen through and choose the one that best matches the desired mood and quality. Finally, hit download and your song is ready to use. Head over to Google Whisk, go to the website and click Launch Whisk. Then select Enter Tool. This will teleport you into Image Generation Workspace. Don't adjust any other settings. Simply set the aspect ratio to 16:9 and make sure Nano Banana is turned on. Enable it if it's off. Next, paste your prompt and scroll down to the main subject section. Write your scene in simple English, following the flow of your lyrics. Then click Generate. Whisk will create 2 high-quality, color-graded images for you. Once the results appear, review them. They'll be clean, vibrant, and visually consistent. Continue generating all the remaining images based on your lyrics, and when you're done, simply download them all together. To turn your images into videos, head over to the Kling AI website and sign in with your Google account. You'll automatically receive free credits. Once you're in, navigate to the video generation section. Upload your image and enter your prompt in simple English. Next, select standard quality and set the duration to 5 seconds. Then click Generate. After processing, you'll receive stunning and high-quality video clips. Once you've reviewed all of them, download your results and move on to Premiere Pro for editing. Create a new project and import all your clips along with your voiceover. Next, drag your voiceover onto the timeline, then place your video clips and arrange them in sync with the narration. Once everything aligns, your basic video structure is ready. Finally, add a few sound effects to bring your video to life and make it more engaging. And that's it, I'm done. Now it's your turn to create. This YouTube channel launched less than a year ago. They've already grown to over 1.6 million subscribers. If you've been on YouTube lately, you've probably come across channels like The Pain Explainer that are producing videos in almost the the exact same style, and they're getting millions and millions of views every single month. According to Social Blade, they're earning up to $50,000 a month from ad revenue alone. I can watch these videos for hours, and I wanted to understand the secret behind their success, so I decided to dive in. First, we'll create a script, then use ChatGPT to make simple hand-drawn assets. After that, we'll design thumbnails to help the video stand out, and finally, we'll learn how to edit everything together into a complete video. First, click the link in the description to get a step-by-step document. You will have two types of prompts, a script prompt and an image prompt. Before we start generating a script, here are the key principles behind his script writing style. First, no intros, get straight to the story. Second, use well-structured storytelling. Third, get straight to the point, no BS. Fourth, always include real dates and events to make it feel authentic. So instead of writing a completely new script, just copy the link of a viral video. Go to the YouTube transcript website, paste the link, and boom, you've got the viral script. To stay on the safe side, it will paraphrase it. Open ChatGPT, paste the prompt first, then paste the script, and hit generate. And just like that, you've got your first proven viral script ready to go. Now, there are two main ways to create images using AI. First, randomly giving prompt to ChatGPT for generating images to produce results like this. But I'll prefer second method. Just take screenshots of the assets shown in the video, like the main characters and environments. Then open ChatGPT, upload those images, paste the prompt, and hit generate. It will recreate the visuals in the exact style we need. Looks perfect, right? Now, generate all the images one by one for each scene. Once all the images are ready, we'll move on to creating the thumbnails. To create thumbnails like the paint explainer, all you need are the images of the people you're featuring in your video. You can use any design tool you like, but for this tutorial, I'll be using Canva. Start by going to the Canva website. Click on the Create button and search for YouTube thumbnail. Select it to open your workspace. Next, go to Elements and search for Rectangle Frame. Insert the frame and place it according to your video's theme. For example, my video uses 8 characters, so I'll add 8 frames. Now, simply drag and drop your images into each frame, and boom, they snap into place perfectly. Add their names using the text tool, adjust the layout, and your thumbnail is ready. I've also created an additional example to give you a clearer idea of the final look. Head over to Premiere Pro, download and install it if you haven't already, then create a new project. Import all your images and your voiceover. Choose a white background color. Next, drag your voiceover onto the timeline. You'll notice some pauses. These make the narration sound unnatural. Use the razor tool to cut around those sections. Delete the empty space and close the gap by dragging the voiceover together. Now, place your main title or topic text at the top of the screen. After that, start importing your images one by one and arrange them in sync with the voiceover. Don't drop all the images at once. Position each one carefully in the frame. Just like you would in a professional documentary, make sure to include details, such as dates of birth and dates of death, to make the video feel more personal and meaningful for the audience. At this stage, your basic structure is ready. To bring everything to life, begin adding simple animations. You can do this by adjusting the opacity of each image over time. This creates smooth, dynamic fade-in effects that sync perfectly with the narration. Now I'll speed this up. Add the remaining images, animate them, and finalize the sequence. To wrap things up, add background music. A subtle cinematic track will make the entire video feel richer, more engaging, and emotionally impactful. Everyone is posting videos showing how to start faceless shorts channels only using AI. But the truth is that the most successful channels are simply not using AI to create their videos. It's just a way for all the so-called gurus to steal money from you and sell you a dream that does not exist. If you've been on YouTube lately, you've definitely seen videos like this taking over your feed in the past few weeks. I found this guy called Zack D Films who has 23 million subscribers, 50 billion views, and has pulled in over $7 million a year just from ad revenue in the last 2 years alone. I'm going to show you the raw truth of building a faceless YouTube channel from zero to viral. We'll go step by step from finding winning topics and writing powerful scripts to creating cinematic visuals and giving them full motion even if you've never touched 3D software before. I'm not here to tell you to hire freelancers and drain your bank account with a $1,000 subscribers for just a 60-second video. Then I thought there must be a way to make these with AI, right? First, click the link in the description to get a step-by-step document. There you will find all the resources for this video. Open it and download all the files. You will have 3 types of data: JSON file, a sample script, and some reference images. The JSON file will guide ChatGPT to use sample script and images to generate script and animations like we want. Next, open ChatGPT. Upload your JSON file along with the sample script and reference images. Then paste this exact prompt. Use this JSON as the main structure. I'll upload scripts and images first, then give you a topic. Generate a complete Zack D Films style video blueprint, including voice lines, image prompts, and transitions. Make sure the image prompts follow the 3D style used in the example. Now the AI has both the data and clear instructions on how to use it. Before generating the script, you'll need a video idea, something unusual or unexpected, since that kind of content performs best for these channels. Type your idea, hit generate, and ChatGPT will create the script and all the prompts you'll use later in the process. Now, there are 3 main ways to create animations using AI through text, video, or images. We won't be using the video option since we don't have source footage, and text-to-video tools often produce low-quality results like this. That leaves us with the images, but wait, we don't actually have images yet, or do we? Remember, our script also came with prompts. Those prompts are designed to help generate images, which will later turn into video scenes. So open ChatGPT, click on Tools, and switch to Create Image mode. Paste the first prompt, generate the image, then repeat the process for the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth prompts. Keep in mind, each scene needs 2 images, one for the beginning and one for the end. We'll use those images to create smooth animations. If an image doesn't look right, simply regenerate it until you get a better version. Once all your images are ready, we'll move on to turning them into animations. There are many AI tools that can turn images into videos, but my favorite is Kling AI. Go to the Kling AI website, sign in with your Google account, and you'll get 160 free credits. After that, navigate to the video generation section to start creating. Now click on the image button and upload both images for the first animation. Then paste the video prompt. You will find this under the image prompt in ChatGPT. Enable the sound effects, set the video duration to 5 seconds, keep the output at 1, and hit generate. For each part of the video, we need a separate animation, so generate them all. Each animation is 5 seconds long, so we need a lot of clips and then snap them together. And you might not get good animation on the first try. If you think the animation feels boring, just generate it again. There are many tools for creating AI voices, but most don't sound natural. However, there's one that stands out, and it's 11 Labs. Go to their website and click on the Voices tab. You'll find a library of pre-made voices. Using one of those is fine, but since many creators use the same ones, it's hard to make your channel feel unique. That's why we'll create our own custom voice. Click on Create a Voice button. From the available options, select Voice Design. Now, describe the type of voice you want, or example, a young American male or an older British narrator. Experiment a bit to see what sounds best. When you find one you like, give it a name and save it. Next, go to Text-to-Speech and select the voice you just created. Paste your script in the text box and adjust the settings until the tone feels right. I usually leave most settings at their default values. Once you're happy with the result, download your voiceover and you're ready to move on to the next step. You can choose any of these editing software, but since we need to edit our videos professionally, I'll choose Premiere Pro. Download it on your computer and create a new project. Import all the clips and the voiceover. Drag the voiceover into the timeline. You will see these pauses in the video. These make your voiceover sound unnatural, so cut all of them. Choose the razor tool and make 2 cuts, then delete the empty space and drag the voiceover. Then import all the animations and arrange them according to the voiceover. Now you have a basic video done, but we still need to add transitions, sound effects, and captions. For a smooth fade transition, keyframe the opacity of your clip, then copy and apply it across all videos. Go to Window, Text, then open the Transcript tab and select Transcribe Sequence. Once the transcription is complete, click Create Captions. Your captions are now ready. You can either design your own style or choose from the available pre-made templates. Finally, convert the captions into graphics to customize them further. Now it's time to add sound effects. It might feel like a small step, but sound design is what truly brings your video to life. It can either make or break the final result. This YouTube channel was started less than a year ago, and they've already grown their channel to over 4 million subscribers. If you've been on YouTube lately, you've probably seen channels like Fern, Hoog, that are creating these 3D animated documentary style videos that are getting millions and billions of views, and according to NextLev, they are making up to $900,000 per year from ad revenue alone. Just take a look at this YouTuber right here. With only 6 videos, he was able to get his channel monetized, grow to over 250,000 subscribers, and consistently pull in well on average 1 million views per upload. I can watch these videos for hours, and I want to figure out the recipe behind their success, so I dive in to find out. You'd need to hire skilled editors, invest in expensive equipment, and spend countless hours learning streamlining the entire process. But let's be real, on this channel, we're all about cheaper, simpler, and smarter methods. I figured out how to recreate these engaging animations using only AI tools, and in this video, I'll show you a clear blueprint to make Fern-style documentaries, even if you have zero 3D design experience. Now let's jump into the first step of the blueprint. The very first thing we need to do is come up with a topic and storyline for our video. Fern usually makes videos about historical events, controversial politics, or true crime, so we'll aim for something similar. To make this easier for you, I've built a custom GPT model designed to create topics, scripts, and visuals for this exact niche. I trained it by feeding it hours of data from the most successful channels, giving it hundreds of topics and scripts to study. Honestly, I haven't seen anyone else put in this kind of work before. Let me show you exactly how it works. When you open the chat, it looks just like a normal chat GPT. For example, if we type in the prompt, "What are some good topics for a Fern-style YouTube video?" it instantly gives us a list of 10 ideas, all similar to ones that have already gone viral. After looking through them, I found the first one about JP Morgan the most interesting. If you didn't know, he was a powerful banker from the late 1800s and early 1900s who built a financial empire and played a major role in shaping modern America. So now that we have our topic, let's move on to creating the script. All you need to do is type in a prompt like, "Go ahead and generate script on idea number 1." GPT will then automatically create a full script along with detailed descriptions for each scene of the video. I've set it up to write scripts in the same style and wording that Fern uses. Finally, just type in, "Go ahead and create image prompts for each scene," and it will generate detailed prompts you can use to create the images. That brings us to the second step of the blueprint, visuals. To create visuals, you'll need an image generator. Personally, I use the Midjourney, but you can use any tool that works for you. However, we can't just use the prompts the GPT gave us as they are. We want them in a 3D polygon style look. We can see in all the viral videos, and these prompts are not going to get us that result. But I've got the solution. After testing hundreds of different prompts, I finally found one that delivers exactly the look I was after. I turned it into a reusable prompt template that you can apply to any image. You'll find it inside the $0 to $10,000 document. If you want to try this yourself, here's what to do next. Open a new chat in ChatGPT and paste in the prompt. You'll notice I've left a bracket that says describe action and scenario. In that bracket, paste the prompt for each scene. For scene 1, I'll just copy the image prompt it gave us and drop it into the bracket. Then hit generate, and ChatGPT will create the image in the exact 3D polygon style we want. It looks almost identical to Fern's style. Just repeat the same process until you've got images for every scene. So now I've generated images for all the scenes, and as you can see, they came out really nice. The next step is to animate them, and for that we'll need another tool. Go ahead and download each image to your computer one by one. There are plenty of image to video tools out there, but personally my favorite is Leonardo, and I'll explain why in just a moment. But if you'd rather use a different tool, that's fine too. For now, head over to Leonardo and create a free account with your email unless you already have one. Once you're on the home page, click the button that says Video. Start by uploading the image for scene 1 and paste in the same prompt you used earlier in ChatGPT. For the settings, choose the Motion 2.0 model for the best results. Below that, you'll see the motion control feature, which is why I prefer Leonardo. These presets add smooth camera movement to your video, and I recommend using this feature on all of your visuals. I'll choose dolly left, but you can switch between the options if you like. Next, set the generation mode to 720p and the video dimensions to 16:9. Finally, hit enter and Leonardo will create a video that looks like this. As you can see, there are no errors at all. It honestly looks like it was made by a pro 3D designer. The camera movement is smooth and the character moves in a natural way. Now repeat the same process with the other images until you've animated all of them. I've already done this. Now we can move on to the next step, creating a voiceover. There are plenty of text-to-speech tools out there, but the one I use is called 11 Labs because it has the most realistic voices. Just head over to their site and sign up for an account. Then head over to the right, click on Voices, and pick one you feel matches the style of your video. But after searching for a while, I couldn't find the right fit, so I used their voice cloning feature to copy a voice from a viral channel in this niche, and the result was spot on. Now just go back to ChatGPT, copy your script, and paste it into the box in 11 Labs. You can use commas, capital letters, and exclamation marks to add tone and emotion. Finally, click Generate Speech, and within seconds, your voiceover will be ready. Listen to the whole thing to make sure it sounds right. If it doesn't, just regenerate it a couple of times until you're happy. Once it's good, click the download button in the bottom right right. Now that we've got all the animations and the voiceover ready, it's time for the next step of the blueprint. I'll show you in Adobe Premiere Pro, but you can use any editing software you like. Start by creating a new project and importing both the animations and the voiceover. Drag the voiceover onto the timeline first. You'll notice there are a lot of pauses, so grab the razor tool and cut out the silent parts to give it a smoother, faster flow. Just make sure it still sounds natural. Now start placing the animations above the voiceover in order. I'll begin with the animation for scene 1 and line it up at the start. Some clips may be a little too long or too short, so adjust their length to match the voiceover. Keep repeating this process until all the animations are added. I've already placed them all, but you'll notice I left a few blank spaces in the video. That's on purpose because we'll use those spots to add extra visuals that aren't animations. When you look at channels like Fern, you'll notice they don't just rely on animated clips. They also use YouTube and TikTok videos, images, news reports, and any other visuals that fit the story. There are a few ways you can find these extras. First, if you need images, the easiest option is simply doing a regular Google search. For example, at the start of the video, I wanted to show an image of the story's main character. So I went on Google, searched his name, and found this picture that fit perfectly. I downloaded it and placed it right at the beginning of the video. When using still images like this, I suggest adding a slight zoom effect to make them feel more alive. If you're looking for video clips, the easiest places to search are social media platforms like TikTok and YouTube. Almost any clip you need can be found there. For example, in one section of the video, it talks about how JP Morgan was a powerful banker. So I gathered a few clips of some of the world's most influential financiers like John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, and Henry Ford. Later, when it mentioned he looked like a businessman, I added a clip of Warren Buffett. Personally, I like using videos of famous figures because it gives the audience a sense of instant recognition. Once you've gathered all the clips, start placing them in your video wherever they fit best. But keep in mind YouTube's rules on fair use when using other people's content, so you don't risk a strike on your channel. Number 10. AI revenge stories. These channels pulled in nearly $30,000 just by pumping out AI-voiced revenge tales, workplace showdowns, cheating partner payback, petty neighbor dramas, basically any scenario where the underdog gets the ultimate payback. Viewers binge these videos like crazy, and at their peak, some creators were banking $10,000 to $15,000 a month from this format alone. So what's the bottom line? D tier. The demand's real, but YouTube just wiped out the whole low-effort AI story content. If you're not producing something genuinely high quality, you're basically stepping into a content graveyard. Number 9. Unsolved cold cases. This creator is pulling in $15,000 a month by recycling the exact same title-thumbnail combo and just swapping out the state and year. The formula was identical every time a feel-good true crime arc where a 60-minute episode rolls through the same arc. Mystery, investigation, a surprise DNA break, the arrest, and finally justice served. Audience love these because solved cases give you the thrill of a murder mystery. So what's the rank? C tier. If you're not bringing original research, verified sources, fresh angles, or real storytelling instead of dumping case files into ChatGPT, the days of easy copy-paste true crime cash grabs are basically over. Number 8. Paint explainers. This creator is making $50,000 a month by just showing deaths of people and explaining difficult things in a very unique and simple way. The idea is to take intriguing topics, history, mysteries, big events, how someone died, and distill them visually using paint-style illustrations. The research, ideas, and drawings are made by real people. The channel distinguishes itself by claiming that unlike many similar channels, it uses human creativity for visuals, while AI is used only for voiceovers, image enhancement, and script polishing. Explainer channels must deliver genuinely interesting visuals and scripting. So what's the verdict? B tier? Number 7. Boring history for sleep. The channel is earning nearly $14,000 a month. It focuses on history such as ancient and medieval history, but packaged as bedtime or relaxation stories rather than high-energy documentaries. So the niche is a hybrid, history storytelling plus relaxing audio, appealing both to history lovers and to people wanting a soothing audio background for sleep after their jobs. History stories don't expire. Add sleep angle for extra use case. Longer video benefits watch time metrics and gives more value to the viewer, so the algorithm likes it. So what's the rank? C tier? Number 6. iShowSpeed Edits. This channel made around $50,000 and it focuses on YouTube Shorts using viral video clips, edits, memes of iShowSpeed. It ties into iShowSpeed's popularity. Leveraging a known personality's fan base means built-in interest and shareability. Shorts format equals high volume and algorithms focus on watch time and loopability. A Shorts YouTube channel usually makes far less money than a long-form channel because Shorts have a much lower RPM. Even a million Shorts views views might earn just a few dollars compared to the thousands long-form can generate. So what's the tier? B tier. Number 5. Fitness. This channel is milking around $12,000 a month just by focusing on creating workout training sessions with push-ups, pull-ups, muscle-ups, rings, progressions, rather than heavy gym machines or bodybuilding videos. Many viewers don't have access to full gym gear, so it's goldmine for them. That hits an audience who dislike typical fitness content. Fitness niche is growing rapidly and many new creators are entering. You'll need unique POV or production to stand out. So what's the verdict? A plus tier. Number 4. Police Dash Cam. This channel is making around $30,000 a month by posting real-life dash cam, body cam, officer-involved incidents from the US. The niche is full of suspense and intensity with police incident videos that draw viewer attention through drama, action, and real-world conflict. Using real footage of people in traumatic or legal situations raises privacy and ethical issues. Channels sharing law enforcement footage must ensure they aren't exploiting sensitive content, defaming, or running into copyright problems. So, what's the rank? E tier. Number 3. Psychology for sleep. I don't know why, but let's just skip it. Number 2. Science for sleep. This channel makes $10,000 a month with 2-hour videos explaining quantum physics in the most soothing voice possible. The most relaxing, mind-blowing facts to fall asleep to is literally people learning about black holes while unconscious, and somehow that's a business model. You're racking up insane retention on people who are literally asleep. The RPM hit $20 per 1,000 views. So what's the verdict? B tier. Number 1. Monkey Explains. This channel made $20,000 a month explaining economics with bananas and cartoon monkeys, inflation, tariffs, crypto. Turns out people will learn anything if you dumb it down to literal fruit metaphors and make the Federal Reserve look like a playground argument. The genius part, finance content gets insane RPM. This channel earns Wall Street ad rates by showing monkeys throwing bananas at each other. So what's the verdict? S tier.